Looking back on the many visits I've had to England, and especially the time we lived in southern England in the Cotswolds, I think some of those memories really stick with you and influence you as you go forward. Particularly as an artist, I think I collect impressions and harvest them as a source for paintings. We lived in the village of Fairford, which is a market town, and as part of the market town there was a fish market there. There was actually a waterway which spilled over a small dam and which formed a series of connected ponds. This was called the Broadwater, and the Broadwater was protected by a water warden whose job it was to ensure the health of the water system. There was all kinds of species of water plant as well as fish and wonderful animals that used the Broadwater, as it was called, as their habitat. I think the sense of evening was particularly poignant at the Broadwater. There was an old Edwardian era bridge made of stone that members of the fishing club would visit and cast their line in the evenings. I have vivid memories of sitting on the banks of the Broadwater as Nanette would bring a picnic lunch. I would be painting away. In fact, I had my easel set up along the water, and as I worked, she would entertain the children. At that time, 2 children. Merritt, our oldest, was about 3, and Chandler was just learning to crawl. Cobblestone Evening is the last piece in the Cobblestone collection, and for those who want to complete the collection, there is a total of 7 paintings in the entire collection. The original Cobblestone Lane painting, along with all the other paintings in the Cobblestone Lane series, were really meant to be an interconnected collection. I chose a very natural form of architecture, something organic that looked as though it was grown into the hillsides and along the streams. There was a sense that the paintings were timeless because nothing interrupts the illusion that this could have been a scene taken from an earlier era. My cobblestone bridge painting became one of the most popular paintings I've ever created, and in fact I did a Christmas version of this same scene that captured a village as seen in 2 different seasons. When I was working on the Cobblestone collection, I always envisioned a final scene that would bring us back to the original vision. If you look carefully, you'll see some of the same architecture in the first Cobblestone Lane painting that you also see in Cobblestone Evening. My Cobblestone Lane series really was intended as a collection of paintings that could celebrate the beauty of the English countryside, and in particular my memories of living in England. Cobblestone Evening suggests sunset and a sense of closure to the day. This is a sunset on this series, but it is certainly not a conclusion to my use of those memories. The colors in Cobblestone Evening are very luminous. I deliberately utilized muted tones on the bridge and in some of the foreground elements and allowed the middle distance to really glow. Cobblestone Evening features some of the most delicate architecture and sense of detail of any painting I've recently completed. There's nothing more tranquil than being by a stream in the evening. As you dim the lights on the Cobblestone Evening painting, you will truly see a magical transformation. The colors that glow even under full light begin to get an amber quality to them, as though lit by gaslight or firelight. There's a real sense of nostalgia and warmth as the light comes down, as though evening is approaching. Of course, as you raise the lights back up, it is as though the sun is coming up over the horizon and we sense that a new day is dawning. I think God gives us talents to share. There's nothing more profound than the thought that something I might create could inspire another human being. A painting can be a reminder of a good life, something that perhaps we have not always achieved in our day-to-day life. I think paintings are truly a tool to reach into the lives of others. There is a sense of exhilaration when you close a series, and yet my heart as an artist always dreams of the next painting, the next series. I'm sure there are all manner of subject yet to be discovered. My prayer is that Cobblestone Evening will be for many people a chance to refresh and relax and be reminded of God's goodness.